slow.
Say it really slow.
Autochthonous. It's
I kind of want to turn that camera just a little bit.
Autochthonous.
Give it a second. Yeah, you got it. I'll give you time.
Autochthonous. I ball, I got this. I call the shot.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Something
take
like
it.
that?
Take it. Take it.
Yeah. I can do it, but we don't want to give nothing. I don't freestyle
There
for free.
we
you know
go.
what I mean?
There we go. There we
Well,
go.
throw up your
Can you hear
OnlyFans.
everybody?
Yeah, I got everybody.
Yep. And you,
He's
you
good.
got your good audio as well, guys. I think we're all good.
Yes.
Now, do you own all the Joe's Grills before we start? Like, you own all?
No.
of them?
I have Fisher's and this one. I worked at the one in Caston for 10 years before I ended up buying the Fisher's
I
location.
know this is probably going to be on the
It's
show, but
gonna
I
be-
just kind of want to educate myself before we go. Are there
Get there.
Joe's Grills
We're-
outside of Indiana?
My business, no, not right now. There's just the three of us left.
In Indiana, that's
yeah.
it.
And my business partner here and Fisher's, one of my business partners, he owns
the other one.
the
Okay.
Caston store. So we're all related.
Nice.
God, I have to hold my own mic.
I'm really highly inappropriate.
I'm used to the JMV shows. They
I
take
know,
such
they
good care of me. Freaking, I got a nice headset with a microphone on it.
This is a very a cookie cutter situation. Little what is it? Mickey Mouse organization
We're
going
on a
on right
budget.
now.
We're on a budget.
What is this?
Don't compare us to JMV. I love JMV too. If you next time JMV is here, bring up Dunkman 42, and I guarantee you he goes, oh, I've bombarded that show. Like before I got into this, I always wanted to do this, and this is my favorite JMV story. I remember one time I was on my way home from work at
He's wasting
JMV.
all the good stuff too.
JMV is just talking, doing whatever, and I I text him an email, and Triple H had peed himself on Monday Night Raw the night before. So he's in the middle of all this like Pacer playoff, all this stuff, and I wanted to throw this random tweet at him, and it was like, yo, did you see Triple H piss himself last night? And I put a picture of him like on somebody's shoulders with what is pissed himself, and like you can tell he's going through these tweets, like doing questions, and he just starts laughing, and he goes, Dunkman 42, and he sees it, and he's like, and yes, I did see it, and then they stop for a minute, and Tony Donohue's been on our show. He used to be his old guy, and he's like, what kind of show are we running? He's like, we're talking about Triple H pissing his pants, and he's like, I love my listeners, but yeah. I love JMV. He's a real one.
You gotta go after
Dude, he's awesome to be on the air with too. I mean, he just leads you so well. Like he never leaves you
softball,
hanging.
slow
Dude,
pitches.
it is so simple.
I agree.
All right, you guys ready?
Call it.
All right.
Let's have one, Bob. Hate that word. Yeah.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Juice in the Morning. I'm your host, Justin Juice Kelly. Today, we are at Joe's Grill in Westfield. We are with Chris Dunkman 42, Duncan of the Highly Inappropriate Podcast. He's bringing the fancy mics. He's bringing the fancy headsets. I mean, he couldn't get everybody else one, but he's got one for himself. How are you doing today, man?
Hey, man. Like, next time, I should have brought them all. I should have brought the board.
Yeah.
But we're going to get through this.
We'll figure it out. We
are blue collar. We're grinders.
Yes.
We're out here just getting it. Let's do this.
Yes, blue collar, always making things work, trying to figure it out as we go. The Mevo that I spent about $300 on not working, fantastic. But we also, a good buddy I've only known online for a few months, but also a co-host of the Juice in the Morning podcast, Josh JX. How are you doing today, buddy?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Fantastic.
Good.
And you've got some good trivia for us?
I do. When you're ready, I'll
I
whip
mean,
it
I don't
out.
want to lose again. So hopefully I've gotten a little bit of a rapport with you. You know what I like and you know what I'm into. So hopefully I can win some of those trivia questions.
Sure.
And then also, I did a little bit of a deep dive on the owner of Joe's Grill Westfield. He's a Detroit Tigers fan, Green Bay Packers fan, owner of Joe's Grill Westfield. Ryan Miller, how you doing today, buddy?
Doing well, buddy.
The Packers and the Tigers, huh?
Yeah,
I
want to know.
There's reasons behind all this.
That's the first
this isn't
question.
just random.
That's the first question. What is where did those fandoms come from?
I get it. Start this out. I'm from Wisconsin.
All right,
So,
Wisconsin.
I mean, obviously, you're from Wisconsin. So, obviously, you're born in Wisconsin. You don't really have a choice. Like, you're a Packers fan. That's just how this is. You can just be, like, driving through Wisconsin, and you get born, and you're there for, like, 10 minutes, but you're still a Packers fan. Like, that's how it is.
Oh, yeah.
So, obviously, Packers fan, big Wisconsin fan.
Blue-collar guys there.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Reason I'm a Tigers fan and a Red Wings fan, let me start with the Tigers.
Over to the D, by the way.
My mom's side of the family's all from Michigan. A lot of it in Western Michigan, but some Detroit stuff.
I know Detroit.
So, my great uncle played for the Tigers, 43 to 49.
That's awesome.
He was a pitcher.
That is
Who
awesome.
won the World Series in 45
Let's go.
against
Oh,
That is
shit.
awesome.
against the Cubs.
Oh, man.
My great uncle, Frank Stubby Overmeyer, we call him Uncle Stubby. He's the last pitcher.
Stubbs. I
He's the
love it.
last pitcher to pitch against the Cubs before the Curse of the Goat started.
Damn.
He pitched out a complete game in Game 3, and so then Game 4 came up, and they wouldn't let the goat in from the Billy Goat Tavern.
Yep.
They wouldn't let him have it in,
Oh,
so
yeah.
he put the curse on the Cubs. So he's the last person to pitch against the Cubs before the Curse of the Goat. Then he went, this doesn't have to do with Detroit, but then he went 50-51. He played for the St. Louis Browns.
Okay.
And he got
All right.
traded at trade deadline to the Yankees and won the World Series with the Yankees.
Holy shit.
Mickey Mantle's first World Series. Mickey Mantle, Joe
He
DiMaggio,
knows the
Yogi
Mick.
Berra. So, yeah. he
Did
had
we
some
know
good
that
stuff.
this was going to happen on this
Yeah,
podcast?
I had
No.
no idea.
So, like, I mean, so it's
I'm
a,
in
it's
awe
a, it's a
right now.
family
I'm in
team.
awe.
So, like, what am I going to do? Like, I mean, I enjoy the Brewers. They are what
Yeah.
they are, but they're not my team. They're not my family's team. And then we're from Wisconsin, where everybody plays hockey, but we don't have a squad.
That is crazy. That is
So,
crazy.
being a Tigers fan already and Detroit fan, like, I mean, Red Wings are just the natural.
So, like, your Thanksgiving, like, stories from family members were just awesome.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot there. And I wouldn't say always awesome. There's a lot of ridicule in my family.
There's a lot there.
Everybody
Now-
just yells at each other
Now,
and
the-
drinks more whiskey. And
Oh, yeah.
The second team before he went to the Yanks, you said the
St. Louis Browns.
Did they become the Cardinals?
I don't think that they became the Cardinals. The Cardinals actually. Did the Cardinals start in Chicago? No, that
I
was the
have
Cardinals.
no-
The Cardinals football
I
team
have no
started in
knowledge of
Chicago
baseball.
and then moved out. But yeah, I mean, I'd have to see exactly where that.
I mean,
went
I'm
to
a,
the St.
I'm a
Louis
Reds
Browns.
fan, and we might make the playoffs for the first time in a long time.
You guys been on a streak.
And, I mean, we're the first baseball team ever made, so I got that.
Tiny victories. Tiny victories.
So what do you think of? How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers just going on a tear first
Getting
2 weeks?
loose.
I think he was definitely upset about that draft pick, and
He's just showing him what's up,
he's
right?
just flexing.
I have
It's a
been-
solid flex, and I love every part about it.
Dude, I have a daily sports podcast that I do on Saturday nights, and I have been preaching since before week 1 that Aaron Rodgers is about to get loose. That draft pick,
Yeah.
he's the kind of competitor that he saw that first round draft pick, and he was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
all right.
I love every
All right.
second of it.
You know what I mean? Like,
It makes me happy. And
Yeah.
I was confused by the draft pick, and I was confused by the second round draft pick after such a good running season, rushing yards last year.
with
But-
the like AJ or something like
Jones?
Jones. Okay.
Aaron Jones, yeah.
No.
Oh, you're
this
talking
year.
about the
This
draft
year.
pick.
Yeah, you have a rookie running back this
yeah,
year,
the
too.
new guy too.
Yeah,
so
the
we
guy
got
with the
second
guy with
round.
the thighs.
It was
Like he's
weird.
got the
Thighs,
giant
with the
quads.
thighs.
Yeah.
We had so
He
many
got the
things that we
thighs.
needed on the team, and then we went and got a quarterback and then a running back, and it was like, I'm glad I'm not the one making these calls because I would not have made those calls at all.
And
Somebody smarter than me.
You'd probably get kicked out as well. So one of the things, the first question I wanted to ask, which I know we're getting past it. Go ahead.
I got to bring this up. I'm sorry. I haven't even brought this up on my stuff. How awesome is it that every time the Packers score a touchdown there at Lambeau, that they still do the Lambeau lead?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like the first touchdown I saw in red zone, a Packer, and he did the Lambeau, and he just sat there and he went. Like he
Still
did
got
that.
to.
I was
Yeah.
crying laughing. I mean, I was really high,
Was
but
that-
I was crying laughing. In my, watching
Was that the first game? The Vikings? One of the
Anyway,
Vikings
I'm
players
sorry.
did the Lambeau
I didn't
lead.
mean to
Yeah.
backtrack.
Fuck,
Yeah,
fuck
'cause
the
they-
Vikings.
the
players, by
Vikings-
the way,
the
too.
Vikings-
But dude, that
guy
shit,
did the
that,
Lambeau lead,
that was absolutely hilarious. Because I thought that too. Like if they score, they get a Lambeau lead, and then he just jumped up and sat down and did this shoulder shrug.
What
That
I'm
was
always
awesome.
surprised is why is Lambeau the only one that kind of has that tradition?
I mean,
like
you don't want to copy another team.
Yeah, it
You
started
don't wanna
a long
take
time ago.
nothing. You know what I mean?
I know, but it's
Like,
a
I went
hype
to
move. It's a
Cincinnati.
hype move,
How
though.
dare you?
Cincinnati has like
How
a.
fucking dare you?
The Bengals have like a fight song after every touchdown,
Yeah.
and I didn't know this. And I went to my first Colts, Bengals game, and the Bengals score, and they like all start singing this song. And I look at my buddy and I go, "This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen." In my life."
What song is it?
I have no clue.
One thing I did enjoy, I went to the Buccaneers-Colts game last year. Them shooting the cannon, that cannon's fucking loud. Like it fucking hits
At
you
where?
right in
What-
the sternum.
where?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers and
Oh,
Colts,
they
dude.
fucking
Oh, dude, when they shoot
let
that
it loose,
cannon,
huh?
you feel it in your chest.
Have you been to Columbus for a Blue Jackets game?
I've not.
what do they do?
I never warn anybody. If you go to Columbus, it's
He's warning
Columbus,
people
so it's
now,
fine.
though.
But you go to Columbus for the Blue Jackets game, they get that goal and they have a cannon in there, and it's an indoor arena,
Oh,
and
wow.
that thing will Yeah,
Ooh.
you'll piss your pants.
You
You'll
have to have
shake
a
out of your
niche.
seat.
You have to have a
It
niche.
is scary as
I think
shit.
Ursay realized the Colts needed an itch, and he's trying to bring in the hammer.
The hammer's cool as
thing.
fuck. I like it
What
a
is
lot.
it? I forget.
It's
Hammer.
the anvil.
Anvil.
Yep.
Yep.
Wasn't too memorable.
Yep.
Right, exactly.
What was it again?
But as soon as they had Pat McAfee do it,
It'll catch on.
it went viral. As soon, like, he needs to be a part of the Colts organization. I don't know why they don't like bring him in more. I mean, for more stuff.
They do a lot. You see the old man, like when he's like kicking
Yeah,
field
yeah,
goals, and
yeah.
the old man, he's like.
But I'm just saying, like, as soon as he does something for the Colts, it's like instant fucking shoots to the. It goes
without a doubt.
viral immediately.
It turns the meter.
Yeah.
It's the meter popping.
Since
But
he went
I
swimming.
hate that the Colts hang conference runner-up banners.
Right. Get the fuck out of
That's
here.
the thing with the Colts that I cannot stand, dude. I cannot stand that.
But also the other thing, like, if we're bashing Colts right now, the Lucas Oil Stadium is set up for just hanging out. It's not set up to be like the RCA Dome was, where it's like just raucous, loud as fuck, crazy.
You got to think they have the Final Four every 4 years.
Right.
They knew that money was coming in.
It's all about the money. I get that.
Yeah.
Lucas Oil would probably be louder if they didn't hang all those extra banners. That's the problem.
Exactly. So Ryan, really quick, before we get into the show, because I wanted you to hang out for the show, do the show normally like we normally do, so we can get some like background and see how you feel about just everyday topics.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, I wanted to ask you, COVID is a big thing right now. What was it like getting this business up and going during the pandemic? And before I finish the question, I also want to ask, what was it like? Did you plan for it to start at a certain time, or did that kind of get changed by the COVID thing? Because it felt like you opened at the exact right time. It was.
That's tough.
There's a lot in that. How many questions is that?
There's like 3 questions.
That's
at
a
least.
loaded question.
At least 3 questions.
That's like, what are your thoughts on 2020? Like, all of them? No, so I started this project. Originally, me and my partner started this in January 2019. That's like our first like original start date. The goal was actually to be open last November from that original start date with the people that actually own the entire strip here, the building. And that got pushed back. They fell behind. Things kept getting pushed back. And it was just, it was a giant project. So as it came through, it was November 2019 was the opening, then January 2020, then February 2020, then March, then April, and then all of a sudden COVID happened.
Yeah.
And like we kept getting pushed back. COVID happened, but we're signed up. We're in the middle of this project, so it's like you can't stop.
Right.
And so the good thing about that was during COVID, I have the other bar in Fishers, and I was trying to run that for a while. We did a couple weeks carry out, and then like it was like, okay, everybody just stay home.
Yeah.
Stay home. But I still got to continue working on this project during that, and actually like devoting all my time.
Yeah.
So I had all that extra time because I wasn't running the other bar.
For
So
sure.
I had all that time to help develop this and really fine tune exactly what we were looking for, exactly what we wanted to do. And then, through the summer, and then we had this date in mind as like our last stand date.
Yeah.
Like get open the weekend before football starts. We got 39 TVs in here, so
Let's
it was
go.
like,
Look
it was
at
like,
this place,
you
though,
can't-
by the way.
Yeah,
Like-
you can't miss out on the beginning of NFL season.
I mean, it's like literally 5 minutes from my house. It's beautiful.
I want to stream video games in here.
There's a ton of stuff. Have you been upstairs yet?
We got to go upstairs after the podcast.
I have so many business ideas for you. Like you should host during Super Bowl week like a Madden tournament in here. Like get with a GameStop, let them bring Xboxes in, and then look, you could put all these people in here and give away a $100 gift card to the winner, and just do a.
And
Madden
I'd pay to get in because I feel like
That would
even
be
though
badass.
even though I don't play Madden regularly, I think I'd still whip up on
Do
some
it
tools.
during slow hours because this
Yeah.
place is fucking
That's,
packed right now.
that's the one thing I will say. I had no idea how hungry and thirsty Westfield was. Like we put this out
This
here.
is a great fucking location.
We
dude.
knew
Dude,
that there wasn't much out here. We didn't realize
No.
how little of other businesses there were out here. Like we just started getting. Like the moment we open our doors in the morning, there's 15 people standing outside.
Yep.
That's crazy.
On the way here,
I'm not prepared for that.
Yeah,
on the way here, my buddy said, Westfield is the country Carmel.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, it's kind of
it's moved. Like Westfield forgets they were a farming town 15 years ago, and so they're like, Carmel did that. Ha!
Hey,
we
and
can do better.
And you also have a kid that's going IU next year on your Westfield basketball team that's
Oh, yeah.
going to be a monster.
Nice.
What's his name?
New for me.
You don't remember? So you can bring that up.
I
Solid.
know it.
You don't have
I
his
know
name.
it, but
Man,
give me-
solid follow-up. That was
Hey,
really good.
hey.
Just leading yourself so well.
I better change that trivia question.
Dude, and Jeff Rabjohn follows me on Twitter. He'd be so disappointed right now.
No, but I was just very impressed because every time I drove by, because I literally live 5 minutes from this place. I know. I apologize. I haven't been in here sooner.
It's okay.
The
We
new
didn't want
baby, the new baby, all that stuff. The wife is like, no, you can't go out and drink. And I'm like, I mean, it's 5 minutes away. Like, I can literally walk home, Jen. Don't worry about it.
It's work. Not just going out
Now
drinking, babe.
doing the podcast, it's like, oh, yeah, I planned this, months ago, so I'm going to tear it down tonight, and we're going to help you out. One of the things that I wanted to get into, though, is something that kind of, I think, loosens up the conversation for everybody. They're called the Pod Deck questions. So my first one that I wanted to throw out to all of you guys.
Brandon Smith.
Brandon Smith.
Braden.
Oh,
Let's go.
Braden.
Braden Smith.
so
My
one
bad.
of
I'll
the
put
most
some
basic
respect on
names
it.
of all time.
I'll put some respect on it. He's going to be a guard he's a very Caucasian fella that it looks like he can shoot the rock. He's going to be at the IU Hoosiers next year. So,
Nice.
all right, that's sorry.
Sitting outside the line.
All right.
I'll fuck off now.
No, you're getting ready to answer a question that I want everybody to answer. So the first one, I'm going to start with Josh and come this way.
Yes.
Do you have any superstitions, and what are they?
I mean, I guess not. I used to, but I don't anymore. I used to be highly religious.
Okay.
And there's a lot of, and I'm not trying to offend anybody, but like within religion, there's a lot of superstitious stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not as religious anymore. So I'm not as superstitious. I don't believe that I don't believe if I see a black cat, I'm gonna have bad luck. But if I see that same black cat twice, I might question whether or not I'm in the fucking Matrix. That's like the first thing. But no, I mean, I used to be in theater, and you couldn't say Macbeth in the theater because it was bad luck, that kind of shit. No, not anymore.
Okay.
Hey, Big Bet. I never heard that.
Macbeth, it's like the Scottish play, and anytime someone says it in the theater, some bad shit happens.
Uh-oh.
What?
It's the dumbest fucking thing ever, dude.
So, like, if you're dating a chick named Macbeth and, like, you're trying to get her to go down on you in the
First
movie
of all,
theater, like, are you, like, the most
where do you meet a
cursed-
woman named
Are you the most...
Macbeth?
I mean, it could happen. Are you the most cursed person of all time? Like, if that happens?
Does her dad own a McDonald's or something? So it's Macbeth? Like, is that... I'm really confused.
No, that's good.
So no.
No superstitions. Duncan, come on. You got to have a superstition.
We kind of talked about this before on the show. Like on Sundays during football season, I'm a big daily fantasy guy. I'm a big degenerate guy. I'm pretty much just a piece of shit. So I wake up every Sunday, and it is coffee, me alone time, 9 a.m., back deck, get my bets in.
By me
my
alone
lineups.
time, is that jerking off?
And other than that, like superstition, like even, yeah, maybe.
That's what
I'm
what
married.
getting my bets in was. That was
Hey, I'm married, so I definitely fucking beat the meat.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like sneak off to the bathroom, beat the meat.
Yeah.
That's how you do
Did
it.
that
you know?
earlier. Don't worry about
Just
it.
not
that's
in
like
the
you-
good
my
towels.
wife
Not
all
in
the
the good
time.
towels.
Yeah, my wife like, you shit all the time. I'm like, I can't help it. You know what I mean? But anyways, yes, 9 a.m. Like, I'm not really that really that superstitious, to be honest with you. Like, that's the only thing I can think about, like ritual kind
Thank
of
you, sir.
superstition thing that I do. Let the dogs out 9 a.m. Wake up before everybody on Sunday. I love it.
All right, Ryan.
Destiny goes over here.
Sorry,
No,
Juice was going to take over there, but he had to pound his beard out.
no, I'm not actually superstitious. I think I used to be more. The only superstitions that I used to have are really, sports superstitions. Not being able to say the pitcher's throwing a no-hitter and
Right.
stupid stuff like that, but that's also like respect and how that all goes. I will say, like, I notice routine stuff. Like, I notice that if it's the first week of the playoffs and Aaron Rodgers comes out with a new commercial,
Yeah.
we're gonna lose. Like, I wouldn't say that's like a superstition, but like, I don't want him to come out with a new commercial the first week of the playoffs. Like, I don't know. Pay attention to the routes.
So you're happy he's playing fetch with that dog week 1.
It's the playoffs. That's the problem. He'll back me up. Garrett will back me up. I'll
Yeah, get him over here.
He'll get
Hold
over
on,
here.
hold on.
We'll find him here.
He's like, hey, what the fuck? What's up?
I was
Get over
talking to him. What happens if Rodgers has a new commercial coming out the first week of the playoffs?
Oh, he's always terrible.
Yeah, we lose.
Yeah, he can't play.
I love it.
Yeah.
He throws and misses everything. Like
Yeah.
He spent his entire time on that commercial.
He's saying that he can't play. He spent his entire time on the commercial. Like
Every year.
Trying to get the mics going here.
It's like 2010. He was like, "Hey, I'm not going to do a commercial this year." It's like, "Oh, sweet, I got a ring out of it." Like the next year, he's like, "Do a commercial or a ring?" I'll take the commercial. Come on.
Did you hear the story that they were talking about? They brought the commercial thing up on McAfee's show. I guess he's on Pat's show like every Tuesday. It's pretty good. And they were bringing up the commercial thing, and AJ Hawk was on there.
Yeah.
And I guess like AJ Hawk told the kids like the first commercial with the dog. So he has the new one with the dog and the first commercial.
So other
he had
people
with
have
the
talked
dog.
about this besides me?
McAfee talked about it this week, actually. On
Yeah,
Tuesday.
Pat.
And they said that he's had 2 commercials with dogs. And Aaron Rodgers was like, well, tell him about the first commercial, like what you told your kids. And AJ was like, so my kids asked, there's Uncle Aaron with the dog. What happens to the dog after the commercial? And I guess AJ Hawk was like, they killed the dog or something like that. And like mentally handicapped his kids after saying that. Like ridiculous. But yeah, it was a pretty funny moment. But yeah,
I'm
they
glad
brought
I'm not
up
the only one.
commercials. Aaron Rodgers commercials are good though.
They're
yeah.
funny.
And can I say
Yeah.
one thing, Juice?
How do you feel about the Baker Mayfield commercials? And he sucks.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to go to. Is Baker Mayfield the worst athlete to have commercials? I tweeted this out.
Is that him covering seats?
Because, dude, I dug deep in my head. Like, I thought Jerry Stackhouse Fila commercials. I thought that might
but
be
his
before your
commercials are
time.
good.
That might be before your time. But Baker Mayfield might be the worst athlete to have commercials. It is.
But I mean,
And
he's a good
dug.
athlete.
If you gave me some time,
He's a good athlete, but
I'll circle back to that like
his,
half an
his
hour.
commercials are bad. Okay, so my superstitions are really weird, and I want to get your guys' feel on this. So we talked about jerking it in the bathroom, right?
Oh, yeah, married. Yeah,
Yep, being married and all that stuff. So my superstition is every time I jerk it, something like negative happens within a week after it, like within a couple of days to a week after like me jerking it. So like I try to go long times
I'd
in
have
between.
so much bad shit happening in my
Exactly.
life.
See, right? That's
Like-
what I'm saying.
Nah, you don't go long times.
Mevo not working. Jerked it today.
Nah.
Fucking hit me right now.
You can't go long times. Like jerking is like
But
the
it's
release
so
before something big.
great. It's so great that I can't stop it. Like I'm thinking about it before going into the jerk session. I'm like, oh man, something's gonna fuck up here in the next like hour or two, couple of days.
Too damn good.
Oh no.
I gotta say this, like
Which one is he?
Which one? There I am.
He is.
You're like a recovering alcoholic. Like you want to drink,
Yeah.
and you know what's going to happen if
Yeah.
you drink, but you still fucking
Oh,
do
I'm gonna
it.
do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't care.
Right.
It feels too good.
Fuck
But
yeah.
that's my superstition. That's like when I'm like, and it's a negative connotation, but at the same time, it's a fantastic feeling, so it's okay.
Are you Catholic?
No,
Okay. I'm just
I
saying.
was. I feel guilty just talking about it.
but I
The
will say,
connotation there.
I will say that.
It's relatable.
look, I gotta say, dude.
But I have to be
we're gonna-
real about it, right? You know.
If we're gonna talk about slapping a baloney around, the best jerk is after a hangover.
Oh
right?
yes.
The
that-
hangover jerk. Like you need everything good in your life. Like
The first or the fourth.
Yep, that's good. That's good. And then
It's a long day in bed, man.
Oh man.
I got
also-
nothing else to do, and
I feel
right
like
now
shit.
my mind's not being clean about anything.
I'll also say a very good jerk is the Adderall jerk, because you're already like
Yes. Yes.
you're kind of like fucked up, but
That's
I
the
don't
one
know.
thing I miss about Adderall.
I'm not trying to get too deep with that. I apologize.
For you poor folks,
I feel
he
like
means, for you poor folks, he means the cocaine jerk. For you legally not prescribed Adderall guys,
Yep.
it's the cocaine.
Yep. Okay, we'll go to the next question. Next question.
I wanted to get to the acid jerk real quick. We'll move on. You're right.
Oh,
Let's
dude,
move
the
on. We
visuals
don't
would
have
be-
time.
The visuals would be amazing.
Is this like where you
I
watch the
thought about
porn
that.
and the lady in the porn suddenly gets like 5 heads and
No, I'm more thinking of like just looking over the corner and like Pamela Lee's trying to fuck me.
like fucking
splooge
penises shoot out of her
everywhere.
eyeballs?
Let's go, dude. I'm gonna have to try that.
All right. Next question. Josh, how much would someone have to pay for your little toe to take it off your body?
That's a really good question. I'm
get
glad.
it.
Which one, first of all?
Your little toe.
Which
Either
one?
one, right or left. It's
I have two. Okay.
It's the hypothetical. It's yours.
Here's what it would cost. It would cost $57,912.47. Do you know what that amount is?
That's your
was
student
gonna
loans,
ask.
It's
isn't
my
it?
fucking student loan. God damn it.
Dude, that is my co-host Matt Wharton's answer to a lot of stuff. It's his student
Just
loan.
pay my fucking student loan, or I'll let you take whatever the fuck you want, minus my dick.
That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, Chris, for your toe.
For my little toe.
You put on your OnlyFans.
Man, I don't know, man. Like maybe, like I think I could do all right without a little toe. So maybe
It
like
wouldn't be much.
maybe a lot of weed or something, you know? Like maybe a lifetime of weed or something.
I've got the answer, and I'll tell you as soon as it gets to me, I'll give you the answer.
Sure.
Ryan, what's for your little toe? What would they have to give you?
Man, no, I just wouldn't do it. It'd be like you could be like, here's $1 million. Okay, $1 million would work.
I mean, wouldn't it fuck
would
up your balance?
500,000 work? No, the big toe does.
$1 million
Really?
would definitely.
Big toe does. Pinky's
like,
not
that's
supposed to.
way-
I
A
mean,
million,
a
a
quarter-
million, I'd give you both. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, dude, $1 million, you could like cut my pinky off.
Like $250,000,
I'd
but
give you
I
my pinky probably for $1 million.
$250,000, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
I'd walk around, I mean, I would walk around looking like Michelangelo for $1 million. He'd take my
Fucking,
pinky.
Just don't
You mean
take my
your
thumb,
ear?
buddy. Don't take my thumb.
He said that 57 his student loan. He's like, you can have whatever you want, minus my dick. I was like, I don't know. I got 2 bars. I'm going to start making some money. I'm curious what it's like to chop off a guy's arm. Like, it seems like a cool endeavor.
Hey,
Like,
I mean, there's no sense of getting a lot of money if you don't got your dick.
Like, we
'cause
could-
when you
I-
get a
I-
lot of money, you're fucking hot shit.
I got a
You know what I mean?
lawyer. We can get the paperwork drawn up. And, do I get to choose what I use to chop off an appendage?
oh yeah.
you can do whatever you
Oh,
want to
yeah,
do
you-
as
you
long as you
definitely-
pay off my fucking student loan.
Man, that
And
is so
now,
tough.
there is a caveat. There's
That
a
is a
caveat.
I know
Hey.
people right now that would jump on this deal.
Well, let's go. I'm ready.
All right, now that brings up a good little segue here. $1 billion. Let somebody cut your dick off. Would you do it?
$1 billion?
You can
Billion.
listen. You can rebuild your dick for $1 billion.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
God,
$1 billion.
won't be the same.
Isn't that tough?
No way.
I might
I
do
don't
it.
think- I don't think I could do it.
If I might do it, become a billionaire, and just Elon Musk make me a penis.
What's
dick.
the
He
point
makes
of
you a
having?
fucking baby arm.
A little Tesla dick, dude. Just
And then like,
having
like
badge.
What's the point of having money if you don't have a dick? You know the nerve endings aren't going to be the same.
I mean, it
Yeah,
could
man.
be. I mean, I'm gonna grow it on my arm for like 6 months.
I mean, would you have to? You'd have to like update it every so often with the new operating system on there and shit. And if it was like out of operating, it would like act like a fucking, you know.
Like every now and then, like my dick would be like.
You ever see that fucking movie Idle Hands? It's gonna be the same thing except it's your
Oh,
penis.
No, without a doubt. Like every now and then, my dick would be like, all right, I'm going to space for like 3 months. I'll be back.
There's like a live cam of your dick flying up into space and floating up there, doing a couple
You'll be
of
in your
laps.
giant room, with your giant bed, all hungover and being like, man, I wish I could wink.
Man, yeah, that's what he's
Yeah.
right. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it.
You couldn't walk, you
But
couldn't
wait,
walk around
it's
like
just your dick, not your balls too, right?
you couldn't walk around looking like a Ken doll. You know what I mean? That's what you would look like.
No, I wouldn't do it. Don't think I could.
No.
I know $1 billion's a lot. All right, so I have the right answer for this. Season Colts tickets for life. Take my pinky toe. Take my pinky toe.
I like that. a lot.
Season Colts tickets for life.
Throw the Pacers in there too, and I'm in.
Yeah, the Pacers could be thrown in there as like a little
And
bit. Like
an apartment
extra.
above the pub, right there
Okay.
across from Banger's
Yep.
Life.
I used to
Paid for
live
So
it.
you're
there.
adding
At
it
Harness
and you're making
Harness
it better.
Factory.
I like it. I like it. You're
Used to
doing
live
the
there.
Apple style thing where you take my idea, make it better. I like that. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Take both my pinky toes for that. To be honest with you, I don't care. I'm not worried about
That's a deal.
it. Next one, we're gonna not do that one
Why not?
because we've already done these. I'm just trying. I want to keep the energy high because you guys did a really good job. Josh, who or where would you haunt if you were a ghost?
It depends. Did somebody kill me, and that's what caused my death?
It's your hypothetical. You make the call, buddy.
Okay, so if somebody has killed me and caused my death, I would haunt their dick until they died. Because nothing
Just
is
the
more
dick, huh?
nothing is more off-putting than your fucking penis shooting green shit out of it, speaking in Aramaic. Okay, there's nothing scarier than that shit. You'll never get laid again. You fucking deserve it. Fuck you.
You
And
guys
I don't-
bring in the heat
listen,
tonight. I
don't-
love it. I appreciate it.
I don't discriminate. It'll either be dick or vagina, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. But if it's like a normal thing, I'd probably find an old theater, maybe a strip club. Fuck it. You know, whatever. I have to be entertained, right? I'm dead, so.
I like it. Chris, who are you gonna haunt?
I'm gonna haunt like maybe the Patriots locker room. You know what I mean? Like I know
You've won 1 million Super Bowls.
Well, I know it's Gene. I know it's all mic'd up and shit. I might haunt that.
Haunt the Patriots shower room. It sounds like it's getting weird.
Maybe the strip club that gave me syphilis. I might haunt that.
Which one?
I don't know. You know what I mean? The one by the track. What's the name of that one? Babes or
Brad's
something like that?
Brass Flamingo.
Yep.
Is that
No free,
Southeastern Avenue?
no free ads. But yeah, you
Took
know
a
what I mean?
pony.
Yeah.
All right, Brian.
I'd haunt the shit out of Jessica Biel. All the
Oh,
time.
see her naked? You're a fucking genius. So
I
Go
told you.
bigger.
Ryan has the ideas on
That is
point right
genius.
now.
Yeah,
This is why he has this bar with this beautiful amount of people in here. It's because he's got a smart brain.
Genius. It reminds me of the Bob and Tom skate where they're like invisible Bob, and they're like, why is that cigarette floating in the corner? And they're like in the shower, you know, college girls.
I'd haunt her all the time, and I would not have $1 billion, and I'd be loving death.
Oh, shit.
All the
I
time.
would haunt her if, like, cut my dick off, made me a ghost, and I'll just haunt people.
You'd be on acid, be like, "What the fuck is Ryan doing here?"
I think a very fun one that, man, he killed it with the Jessica Biel. I don't
That
think
is a great
I don't think I can beat that. I'm just gonna say the Comedy Store in LA. I think that would be awesome to haunt that and be able to see all the stand-up comedians. That's way lame compared to Jessica Biel. Just saying.
Yeah.
We're gonna work our way to.
I got a point.
Can you get a waitress maybe to get over here to get a beer?
Yeah, which
I mean, you're the owner.
I'll get you.
Last question.
Just yell it out.
Last
No, I'll get
question.
you.
Last question before we move on. Would you rather go 30 days without your phone or your entire life without dessert?
Well, my doctor would probably tell me to go without dessert for the rest of my life. But I could go 30 days without my phone. Because, God damn it, just shut up, don't judge me. I love it all.
Right.
I mean, I'm going no dessert. Like I have never like went.
I'm not a dessert guy.
I mean, I've never went out to eat to a restaurant. Like every time they come to the table, and they're like, "Hey, can I give you a piece of pie?"
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I don't do that.
I'm like, "No, I'm good. We're
That's-
good.
no,
Give
yeah,
us a check. Give us a check. Keep it moving." You know, like,
Trying to
Give
hit
us
that
a check,
upsell.
keep it
Trying to hit
moving.
that fucking upsell.
yeah, I don't do dessert.
I always order the dessert every time.
At the restaurants, you really
all the
you do
time.
dessert?
Yeah, and then I'm classy about it though, because I'll be like, I guess I'll take one to go. And then I get to the car. And I just dig my hand and do it. Like
a fucking gorilla in a banana cake with one hand on.
they're like,
Like
we'll put the ice cream on the side so it doesn't melt. I'm like, put that shit on there because this hand is about to dive into the whole thing. Like I don't want the extra work of putting it together once I get into my car.
I feel you. Like a high school girl whose boyfriend just broke up with her. Like that kind of feel.
Yeah, I mean, I love my desserts. Yeah, I'll go without the phone.
What's your number one favorite dessert? And then I'm going to ask all you guys too.
Bananas Foster?
What is it?
Bananas Foster?
I
You ever had
love
Bananas
me some
Foster?
Bananas Foster.
I have no clue.
You're a classy
It's
man.
it's
I have no
delicious.
clue.
It's
Bananas
delicious.
Foster are like so they like flambe, like bananas with caramel and sugars, and get all that going. Put Grand Marnier in, light it on fire, flambe that, and then pour it over like vanilla ice cream.
Sounds awesome.
Bro,
Anything
Bro.
hot with ice cream on
So-
it. is
do it like tableside too.
So I'll say instead of Bananas
there's fire.
Foster, I just like the banana and the vanilla wafers, like the little like fucking what is it like?
banana pudding.
Yeah, I mean it's not banana pudding because it's bananas, cookie crumbles, and like it's like layers.
Banana cream
I
pie.
feel you.
Banana-
I feel you.
No,
Banana
it's
cream
not,
pie.
It's not even banana cream pie.
What the
because
fuck?
It's like layered. It's like almost like a lasagna of banana goodness.
No, the more you say it, the more we're getting it. I get it.
I got
All
you.
right.
I feel you. My grandma used to make it maybe back in the day.
You guys know what I'm
Is it
talking
like something you
about.
find at church picnics?
The top is all whipped cream.
Yes.
Next layer is like banana pudding. Next layer
Like,
is bananas. Next layer is cookies.
Yeah.
Something
it's-
they probably made at his Thanksgivings, and they were like, "Hey, try my banana pudding. The Mick loved it at Thanksgiving back in like 1967."
Why can't I think of it?
What is
I can't think of it. I can't think of it.
No,
Can't think of
I
it.
love
Is that Wisconsin?
German chocolate cake, man.
All right.
Awesome.
German
Nice.
chocolate cake is my shit.
Love German
It's
chocolate.
got the
Coconut.
The little coconut,
Nah,
like
fuck
that.
that.
I love
Fuck
it.
that. I'm out.
I
I'm
love
out.
it, dude.
Look how
I'm out
squinty,
immediately.
look how squinty you
And
got
give
with
me
the coconut.
the
moment you
middle
said
layer.
coconut,
Give me the middle layer, too.
you Robert De Niro'd you the moment you said coconut. He's
I'm
like,
out.
yeah,
I'm out on.
Juicy cat.
not for me.
I'm out on coconut. Okay, so we got to move on. Trivia.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So one of the segments we've been doing recently is Josh has been bringing some trivia questions to us,
Because I host trivia.
and he is a host of trivia.
I am looking for a new venue.
I think he's looking for a new venue for trivia.
Yeah,
so-
man, we should definitely talk after the show.
definitely
Thanks for
should.
hiring me every Thursday. Only here at Joe's Grill, Westfield at 7 p.m.
God, is
All
this
right.
legally binding?
It is now. Surprise.
Hey,
All right.
all 6 people watching, stop.
Yeah, just shut it down. Shut it down. Okay, so I wrote 5 questions, 2 of which are geography questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Question number 1 is about geography. Which U.S. state has the most shoreline?
Michigan
California.
or Alaska?
I'm going Michigan as well.
I think.
The answer is
I think
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yes!
Because there's like 4
'Cause-
Great Lakes right there. You
Yeah.
have to
Well,
understand.
you got the 3 on the glove, and then
Yep.
you got the UP with 2.
Yep.
Then you got Lake Superior saying, I'm so much better than you.
Now, this question's a little bit of a thinker. It's a music question. This genre of rock is considered chill and something you might listen to on a fancy boat. It's also Duncan's favorite style of music, except he calls it soft rock. What am I thinking of?
Yacht rock.
That's right. The answer I was looking
That
for.
is it.
Yacht rock. Yes.
I love the
We're
yacht
2
rock.
for 2, buddy.
With the soft CH.
Yeah.
You're
here
one.
we go.
You're 1 for 2. It's okay.
Here we go.
I knew it. I would let you guys have it.
This
that was a walk.
is a famous person from Indiana. This TV host originally showed up on Double Dare and would eventually go on to host Unwrapped. And you have to spell his first name correctly.
Have no clue.
No, nobody. You know,
No,
I know you
Double
know.
Dare?
Yeah, he hosted Double Dare.
I have no-
I
and then he
remember
also
that.
I
hosted
never had
What
cable
Would You
as a
Do?
kid, so
No,
I was
Mark Summers.
I knew that.
With a C.
I knew that.
That's right, with a C. Okay, all right. So let's talk about geography again. Everybody gets 1. I need you each to name one of the 4 states that make up the 4 corners in the Southwest.
One of the 4?
One of the 4. And so each person gets 1.
The Southwest.
Arizona.
Yeah. So there's 1.
Colorado.
There's 2. You have 2 options.
California.
You were so close. You were so close, bud.
What are you doing?
I don't
Okay,
know. What
so
are we
it's
doing here?
it's Arizona, Colorado, Utah, and New Mexico. It's the 4 states that come together.
Oh yeah, the
at
4
tip.
corners, buddy.
I'm not a smart.
So a
man.
couple years ago, real quick, fun fact. A couple years ago, when I did a road trip, I actually went to the 4 corners and farted in 4 states. I was like a fucking hero. I just
I love it. I love it.
okay. This next one's a sports question, but it's also kind of humorous because I think it's hilarious. Are you ready?
Shoot.
This is the sports venue that is the safest place to be in during a tornado in Cincinnati.
What is their park name in Cincinnati?
Great America?
Trade America Park.
No,
I have no idea.
No.
It's not, I wouldn't think Great
No,
America.
Brown.
it's
Paul Brown
it's Paul
Stadium?
Brown Stadium because they
'cause-
never get any touchdowns.
There you go.
Because they never get touchdowns.
That's what I was like, man,
I'm sorry.
That's a good one.
I've been to Paul Brown. I was like, man, that place
Is it
like
nice? I've never been. Is it actually pretty decent?
No, I've heard
No,
it's a
Cincinnati.
turf.
No,
not
it's
at
not.
all.
It's fucking awful.
Not at
Okay.
I've
all.
heard Cincinnati.
It's a
I mean,
wind
that's,
tunnel.
Terrible.
that sounds about right. It's fucking right off the river.
Cincinnati
nice.
sports like suck. The parking is terrible, dude. Like all the parking is underneath the road, and I'm a
Why?
Reds fan. I'm a Reds fan.
Dude, Great America's a beautiful.
It's
Oh,
a
I
place.
love,
gorgeous
I
baseball
love
park.
the, I love the
Amazing.
park. I'm just saying, like in general, like I hate
way
parking
it's set
underneath
up.
everything.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
All right.
Takes forever to get out. Oh,
Uh-oh.
You gotta take it off.
Uh-oh.
are we doing this?
Yeah, you gotta do it. I'll finish right here with you.
We got a $50 bar tab.
Scaring all the blue hairs.
That
Damn.
is a shirtless Duncan on the Juice in the Morning podcast. He had somebody come up and use the phrase that we asked him to use, which is, take your shirt off, Duncan.
Take off your shirt.
I'm gonna put it back on. I mean, Corona is coming out my nipples right now.
Also, food safety.
Appreciate that.
No, we do the show live. Oh, look at that.
So many people were so excited to see
They
the naked
were.
body.
They were very pumped up about
I had to put it back
Getting
on.
the
I
dollars
know the
ready.
health department to come busting in here, see this sexy monster.
We have
just
this,
sit up
we
here
have this
shirtless.
security team here just really holding people back. Like, stay away from Duncan. Stay away.
Yeah, I almost threw it out there, but I did it. I didn't want to throw the shirt, but we do the show every week, and I'm in my hot garage, like man cave. So
Takes his shirt off.
it was a thing. It was so hot during the summer.
Miller time.
He said
There's the
it.
second one.
What's up, guys? Oh,
2 for 2.
yeah.
You better putt. You better drink.
2 for
Miller
2.
time.
Miller time's my phrase. I got you, bud.
Won the $50 tab.
Yeah, $50 to each one.
Highly inappropriate.
We're gonna get 50 to each one.
Yeah, 50 to each person. Fantastic time. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys coming up here. They're hanging out, and we'll get it figured out here in a minute.
Yeah, I'll get a ticket.
What's your favorite drink?
My favorite
What do you
drink?
drink? You want to drink? What do you drink?
I'm
A shot.
Man, I'm
Let's
a
do
whore.
shot.
I'm
We'll
a
do
Vegas
I'm
bomb,
such
dude.
a whore.
We gotta
Can
get
we
a
do-
I
Vegas bomb.
take
Wanna
it
do
all.
all Vegas bombs?
That's fine.
Vegas
Yeah,
bombs?
yeah, absolutely.
Hey, John. Hey.
While the Vegas bombs are coming, I need Dunkman to think about something other than his cash that he's throwing out right now.
Here's 80. Here's 80. You want a Vegas bomb?
He'll have more after we cut off his toe.
Here's an 80. So take your 50 and bring us three Vegas bombs. And 3 Vegas bombs, pinky toe, and take and your 50.
All right. So the next segment that we have is Dunkman Slams of the Week. Dunkman did tell me he has a bet this week that is a lock.
All right. So
Usually we do a few, but he has one this time.
I'm not gonna lie to the
It
people.
better be a lock.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to the people who try to force stuff. Like I go through this stuff.
I have had the worst luck in betting
You need to
for the
follow
last
me,
2 or
man.
3 weeks.
Follow
I've lost
me.
every bet I've put in. I've lost sure bets. I have gone against the grain. I've gone with the grain, thinking, oh, I need to change up my style because I'm always a guy that's a contrarian. I want to do the contrarian bet because I want to win money. I've not won.
Are these
I
American
need you.
sports that you're losing
Yes,
on?
NFL
have, you
football.
have you tried Russian ping pong? I'm just saying, it's
You
an
gotta
easy,
get- you gotta give me
it's an
those
easy
bets.
racket to get in
You
front
got to
of.
give me those
Dude,
bets.
Like,
I
just,
gotta-
just pay attention a little bit. All of a sudden, Russian ping pong.
I gotta say, I got loose during quarantine.
Yeah.
I got loose out there.
Korean baseball
I made
and Russian
money
ping
during
pong.
quarantine
Korean
because I was
baseball.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was betting on fucking.
I could bet I could bet which team's going to win after 5 innings
What
with
was it?
these
The
lines.
The Samson Giants.
I was betting
Give me
on
the fuck
Australia.
back.
Absolutely, all day long.
I was betting on
24 wins in a
Australian football.
row. Sure, I'll put the house payment down.
I love it. I love it.
I was betting on Australian football and winning, and I have not won yet on NFL football.
Australian football.
Really? Nothing? You didn't listen last week, then, because I gave you a winner.
No.
I gave
Let's
you
go.
one. All right. So this week I went through the bets, and there's a lot of -1.5, +1.5 bets. Like, there's a lot of good games out there this week.
I haven't
which
even looked.
I'm going to go ahead and plug Dunkman's Blue Collar DFS. We're live every Saturday. We give you DFS lineups. We're on YouTube, the Highly Inappropriate YouTube. And we know our stuff, me and Jake Hahn, but we got excuse me. We got one bet. I just had to
He's a
chug
pro.
beer
He's a pro.
with my shirt. But we got one bet this week. Like, I'm not going to force bets on you because all I give you is locks and slam dunks.
Yep.
Last week, the only one we lost was the Bills.
Yep.
And the Bills covered, but somehow Fitzmagic, they went into cover 2, marched down, scored, tried the onside kick. It screwed us.
Yep.
We should have been 2-0. But this week, the Cardinals -5.5 at home versus the Lions. That should at least be 7.5. That should be over a touchdown. I cannot believe that they're laying it at 5.5. Like, that's 2 field goals. Like, the Cardinals are legit.
Lions are 0-2, right?
Yeah,
Lions
Lions
are
are
0-2. Lions are struggling.
I hate
And,
that. I
and
hate
both
that
game
bet.
and both
Hate
games
that
they
bet.
lost like badly.
And
Like,
the
they didn't
Cardinals,
look well at all.
the Packers
that
beat
bad.
them one
They
week.
did.
But the Cardinals, I think, are legit. Like, I think at the end of the year, we're going to do, like, I'm calling my shot. It's going to be Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson. They're going to flex it to prime time like they always do at the end of the year. Division game, trying to get a playoff seed. I think the Cardinals are for real this year. I really do. Kyler Murray is coming into his own. He's flourishing. And the kid never gets sacked like Russell Wilson. I love him. And I'm going to eat it up. 5.5 Cardinals versus the Lions. Give me that all day.
Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, I believe in that bet.
I have
100%.
once again. It's probably not you. It's probably me because I keep doing 10-team parlays that I want to.
That's why you lose every time.
That's why I'm losing every time.
That's why you lose.
I get it. But I appreciate
One
your lock
game-
because
listen,
I
one
did
game-
put the money on the lock. I did put the money before I even talked to you. I put the money on the lock just on a separate bet.
One game, bet more money. That's how you
Yep.
do it.
All right, so before we get the fuck out of here, because we've been here for a minute, I wanted to say Joe's Grill has partnered with Night Rides for complimentary round-trip shuttles for our Westfield and Fishers locations.
Yes, sir.
Trips within 5 miles of either location will be free. Rates at $2 a mile after the 5-mile mark are as follows. Westfield Joe's, Carmel and Westfield minimum is $10. Fishers and Noblesville minimum is $15. Anything beyond Fishers minimum is $20. Fishers Joe's, Fishers and Noblesville minimum is $10. Carmel and Westfield minimum is $15. Anything beyond Westfield minimum is $20. Ask your bartender server for more info or call 317-600-7669. Gratuity is never expected but always appreciated. I just wanted to give a shout out to the people that are doing that
I
because
like
that's
it.
a fucking fantastic thing. We got to fucking get away from drinking and driving 100%.
No, it's a cool company. They've been working with us over at Fisher's location for a while.
Get away from drinking and driving as like being a sponsor for it is.
Yeah, but we're not driving. We got
I'm not
Uber up
driving.
here.
I'm not driving. I
not
live
driving.
5 minutes away. I can walk here. I'm getting a fucking
Take
golf
a night
cart so
ride.
I can drive here anytime I want.
Got a night ride at home.
But I just wanted to give a shout out to that company.
No,
It's
night rides.
Night Rides
So it's,
for helping you guys out because that's a fucking fantastic thing.
They've been working with us over at the Fisher's location for a while now, but it was never official. They came to try to make sure that people were being safe. Like, our goal is for everybody to get drunk.
Right.
We want you to get drunk. We want you to have a good time. We don't want you to drive.
Yeah.
Now,
We want you to have a blast.
Now
we
with
want you
night
to have a
rides-
great time.
Like,
Nope.
sorry, will Night Rides take me home to Carthage?
Where you at?
Yeah, but you got to pay a good
A
amount.
lot of money.
Where's
But no,
that?
but no, what I
Down near Knightstown in Shelbyville.
Ooh.
what I do want to say though
They
too,
would. To the gentleman.
what I do want to say too is like you and I talked briefly before we got on the podcast about this being a little bit different than your other bars. How important is the food? How important is the food here at Joe's Grill in Westfield?
This has been unbelievable up here. So we put this where we knew nothing else was, and that was going to be great. We expected this to be busier than our other stores as far as food goes, but we're looking at 3 to 4 times as much food. We sell about 3 to 4 times as much food here as we do our Fisher's location, and that we did not expect. We expected to be 1.5, maybe 2 times, but it's we're pumping out so much food here. I mean, that's what I was saying. When we unlock the doors at 11 o'clock on the weekdays or 10 o'clock on the weekends, people are standing outside waiting to eat. Like, there's nowhere else to eat here. Union Jack's just opened up over here in Westfield. Great guys. They opened up like last Friday, and on Saturday they put out the notice. They're like, we are not taking carry-out orders. And I was like, yes, I'm not the only one that couldn't handle it. Like, there's just so many people here, like, all the time that are just hungry.
It's got to be
Everybody
a great
wants to eat.
feeling though to know that it's this important. It's this important to the community. Dude, you've got a fucking community behind you that is
Awesome.
Yeah.
thousands of people.
I grew up a couple miles from here, actually. I was from Carmel, right over there in Our Lady Mount Carmel.
Yep.
And so, like, my best friend in high school, he was the quarterback of the Westfield football team. I dated a couple girls from Westfield, so, like, I love the Westfield community. Like, I was always involved with them. Like, all my friends, like, all through Westfield, a bunch of guys on the football team, soccer team. And so, like, I love this community. I love that, like, I didn't really know Fishers, and then I bought the bar in Fishers. And then, like, we had this opportunity to come to Westfield, and I was like, yes, like, back to, like, my stomping grounds, like, people I know. And there's such great people here that have been here for a long time. And there's just, like, so this was all cornfields. This was cornfield.
Yeah.
Like, this was actually, like, 2 years ago, I stood here, and this was trees, and there was a house right there.
Welcome
right
to
in the middle of there.
Welcome to Indiana.
Yeah. And now it's just like neighborhood. And it's like they just needed somewhere
Money,
to go.
money.
We needed a place to party and have a good fucking
And that's the
time.
thing is, like, so many people have been upset. They're like, well, why would you open a restaurant that's 21 and over? That seems stupid. And I'm like, I didn't open a restaurant that's 21 over. I opened a bar. There's a difference.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's the thing. Like, adults need a break, too. Like, that's just always what we've done. Adults need a break. You need a place to watch a game. I'll tell you this much. Like, that beer doesn't taste as good if there's an 8-year-old crying right over there.
100,000.
It loses some of its, like, luster.
Get your shit together.
100,000%.
Yeah.
So, like, we were happy to be here, be able to get out here, and it's been just amazing. Like, Westfield has been so good to us already. And so, like, we can't wait to see what happens, but it's been a blast.
Once again, thank you for having us, because this is something that I was hoping from meeting you at the Fisher's location and you just being so open to letting this stuff kind of happen. I was like, fuck yeah. Like, it's literally 5 minutes from my house. It was a selling point on the house that we bought in Westfield. It was like, oh, Joe's Grill is there? We got to buy this fucking house. Like, it's literally 5 minutes from my house. So
it doesn't have enough rooms, babe.
I'm buying the house. I plan on being here a lot more.
He even pulls the mic away when he.
He's smart. He's smart. He's a natural.
I like him. I like this guy.
Hopefully, we're gonna do more stuff here. What I'd really like, Ryan, is upstairs. Like, let's get a corner. We do a podcast, then come down and party, and then I can plan it as a day away from the wife, a day away from the kid.
Does she listen to these?
Huh?
Does she listen to these?
She did.
No.
Scrap that part out.
She doesn't listen to anything. She didn't listen to anything. Don't worry. She downloads because I force her to. I get on her phone and download it for her. But she doesn't listen to any of them.
Sounds like a healthy relationship.
Before we get out of here, Josh, plug your stuff. You've got the Power Rangers thing coming out.
I know, yeah. So I keep pushing and teasing that I've got this Mighty Morphin Power Rangers cartoon coming out. It's coming, I promise. I've actually been texting.
It's coming.
I've actually been texting with my animator all night. So we've been trying to figure that out. So that should be out by Wednesday, hopefully at the latest, and then Halloween Town for next. You can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/TheRealJosh, JAX.
Yes.
And I started doing these little animated things. I didn't expect so much positive feedback, and people are just
he has an actual YouTube account, whereas mine is just a bunch of numbers and letters and bullshit. So
yeah. So I mean, it's just I'm really excited to see what this turns out to. I've only seen sketches. I've not seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. So that's what I'm working on.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh JX, and then Chris Duncan, Highly Inappropriate.
All right, Highly Inappropriate. We're coming at you every Tuesday around 7 p.m.
I think you'd really like their show, by the way. Just hop on there sometime.
Tuesdays around 7 p.m. Just a little foreshadowing. We're working with some stuff. Next week, we have the infamous Atlanta Falcons fan that sent his resignation letter in. It went viral this week. Did you see this?
He resigned as a fan of the Falcons.
So there's like a Cowboys onside
Yeah,
kick.
I mean, I saw the kick.
Well, he sent his resignation in. It went viral. He's like a former Sports Illustrated writer. He's coming on our show next week. And also, Dunkman Blue Collar DFS every Saturday. We're going to give you everything you need for daily fantasy lineups. We go through every position. Me and Juice knows Jake Hahn. Jake Hahn is a guy that goes to he scouts college players. Like
he's insanely.
I'm a football nerd, and this guy is a football
nerd.
Like, it's insane. Nice. His brain is crazy. And I just kind of host the show, kind of throw him softballs, like you were saying.
Yeah, dude, I love it.
And he just fucking goes. Like, he's the best.
That's awesome.
So every Saturday we give you that. We've won people a lot of money for week 1 and week 2.
Not me, because I don't follow.
I'll check it out one of these days when I get to have a moment away.
At Dunkman42 on Twitter.
Yes.
Thanks,
Dunkman, for fucking joining the show, dude. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Ryan, give your spiel for Westfield, dude. I know you have a fantastic place here. You don't even actually probably need to tell anybody about it. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, neighborhood sports bar. Obviously, this is our new location. This is what's wonderful about this is that we built this from scratch. So I mean, I bartended for so long, and finally, I own Fisher's, and we got to remodel that. But this one, I built from scratch. So every single thing, everything that I've always wanted to do with the bar, I got to do here. As a worker, it wasn't built by some designer, some guy that's well, this looks nice over here. I'd like to put this well.
It wasn't
here.
Bar Rescue. It wasn't
I
John
measured
Tapper.
everything out. We built it ourselves, and every single thing's exactly where it needs to be. And so there's 39 TVs down here. I built this bar to be the kind of bar that where I would want to watch a game. Where I would want to go with my friends and be that's there. They're why'd you do this? I was because I fucking wanted to.
Dude, my only suggestion is go ahead and buy 5 feet back behind the building and let's get a parking lot in here because parking
Oh,
is
dude,
terrible.
park.
Because this place
We
is
got-
packed
Let's go
all
to the
the
garage.
time.
We got,
There's people here all the time.
Yeah, we lost all the front parking. Westfield, they needed their sidewalk, so it was supposed to have a second like lane across there, front parking. Westfield was like, well, we need the sidewalk. Turns out that's going to be a roundabout in 2 years.
Oh, imagine that.
Shocker.
Shocking.
Do you know what one of those is in Hamilton County?
Today is roundabout days in Carmel, and I'm sorry, as a country boy from Nicetown to Garbage, I find that the most Caucasian, funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
All the
Listen,
roundabouts.
y'all talk a lot of shit about roundabouts, but y'all haven't lived until you've hit a double diamond. The double diamonds are the ones that are fucking. It's the ones where you go around and then suddenly you're going the wrong way and then you go back. Those are fucking
Oh,
trippy.
yeah. No, that's over at exit 210.
Yeah, that's where I
Exit
live.
210.
That's where I live.
Yeah, right there on
That's where I
69.
live.
That's
Yeah,
a double
yeah.
diamond. You go-
Anybody listening that's not from Indiana and
They're like,
doesn't
what the
know
fuck is
fucking
that?
roundabouts,
the
there's some fucking crazy ones.
the worst thing about that one is it's right outside of Deer Creek.
Yep.
And so, like, it's all these people that are like, well, I'm not from this part of Indiana, so I'm going to go to this concert. And then they get drunk, and then they get there, and they're
Exactly,
like, I'm
yeah.
on the fucking left side of the road.
And within literally 5 feet of them, there's a fucking roundabout.
yeah, at the end,
I've
like,
been that guy.
you're like,
too,
why
me
the
too.
fuck am I on the left side of the road? Why is there a car next to me going the exact same direction I am? Like, it's so weird.
It's weird as fuck. So there
All
you
right.
go.
Love you guys. Thank you, Ryan, again for doing
Absolutely.
this. I appreciate it. We're going to do this more if you're okay with it. We're going to
Yeah, I don't-
fucking obviously make it better. I've
Yeah, just-
invested a lot of money into this, and it's still not to the level I want it to be, but it will get there. And also, everybody that's listening to this, thank you for joining in. Thank you for listening to Juice in the Morning podcast. I plan on getting drunk tonight. So
You gonna do it?
we got Dad Jeans coming on next. All
Hey, should
all
I make
80s
that-
Dad Jeans is coming on next.
all
and
80s pop.
Should I make
They're a blast.
this? Should I make this wife pissed at me night and just end up back at your house?
Probably.
Let's have some fun.
I mean, it's open. It's 5 minutes away, dude. We have 4 bedrooms.
Should we
no
do
big
it?
deal.
Are you leaving the shirt on?
All right, so
I might take. Hey, if I get that fucked up, the shirt comes off.
let's get the
Just
fuck
how it
out of
works.
here so that Dad Jeans can take the stage. Love the fact that you guys do live music. Joe's Grille, Westfield. I am Justin Juice Kelly for Josh JX, for Chris Duncan, for Ryan Miller. We're out. Peace.